At last, home sweet home. So glad this photo shoot is over. That thing was ratchet. Let's see what I got in the mail. Bill. Hate letter. Bill. Just getting in. I said, what's going on? Hello?
Is my pictures ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, I barely made it into the house, and all of a sudden Silverline of Aquitia wants those photos. Well, I have some news for you. That is not going to happen. It's only been an hour, and I have 150 photos shot in the RAW format to go through, and 1 hour is not enough time. And I will give you several reasons as to why one does not simply rush a photographer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another one of Mike's moments. I will give you several reasons as to why a photographer generally gives a long turnaround time before the client is able to receive those photos. Jerry the repairman from Toy Story 2 said it best. You can't rush art. Travel. The photographer will have to travel from the area of the photo shoot and get back home or get back to the place where the photos are edited, and that takes time. Unless the photographer conducted the photo shoot in his or her own home studio, it'll take some time for travel to get from point B back to point A, whether you have a car or you take public transportation. If the photographer is anything like me, he or she will have shot in the RAW format, whether a hobbyist, amateur, freelancer, or professional. Most photographers shoot in the RAW format because RAW photos give you a lot of versatility in editing. Overexposed photos can be brought down, underexposed photos can be brought up with very, very minimal loss in image quality. If you shot that very same type of shoot in JPEG, any overexposed or underexposed shots will be stuck the way they are. Bringing them up would make them completely useless, and photos will be pixelated and noisy and grainy. Therefore, shooting in the RAW format is a whole lot better. However, RAW photos are very large and it takes longer to edit them than JPEGs. Therefore, that factors it in. Based on a shoot of 150 photos and about 2 minutes of photo editing, not including special effects, which may take longer, and also not including bathroom and snack breaks that the photographer may need to take, that will give you a minimum of 5 hours of a wait time right there. Silverline of Aquitia gave me only 1 hour to beg me for photos, and I took 150 photos of her at this photo shoot. So getting pictures ready within 1 hour is completely out of the question. Photographers may or may not travel straight home right after the shoot. The photographer may have some errands to run. Shopping, homework, who knows? So that also factors in the extra time. Or maybe, God forbid, the photographer's computer is very, very slow, with only 500 megabytes of RAM, and therefore it'll take 6 or 10 minutes to edit one RAW photo. That would just be agonizing for the photographer. But that also is a determining factor into how long it would take for you to receive those photos. Another determining factor to the turnaround time is my discretion and your cooperation. If you give me attitude when I tell you that your pictures are not ready yet, chances are I could turn into a complete douchebag and take my sweet time editing the pictures and not getting to you for a long time. But that would be unprofessional, and that would be violating the turnaround time that I gave you if it took longer. If you paid me good money, I'll make my best effort to get the pictures to you as soon as I can before the turnaround time's deadline. If I got it ready for you a day early, consider yourself lucky. If I did this photo shoot for you for free, I may take my sweet time, because I'm not going to go break my back and spend hours upon hours editing if I don't feel like it and I didn't get paid. Maybe I did this just as a favor for you. If I'm sitting in the car at a red light and the light turns green and less than 1/10 of a nanosecond later you honk your horn like crazy, I will get out of my car, come sit on your hood, and sing the national anthem. And I don't sing, so my voice will be whack, but you will enjoy it and you will sit there and learn what patience really is. Consider the triangle that most people go by when they charge for something. If you want something good and fast, it won't be cheap. If you want something good and cheap, it sure as heck will not be fast. And if you want something fast and cheap, which I'm pretty sure most of you are wanting from me, and Silver Line of Acacia especially, it may not be good. Because it takes some time for an artist to be creative with the photos and actually do the work that would be pleasing to the client. So it'll take some time. If you're so anal about getting something lightning fast, then do the following. Go to McDonald's instead of Red Lobster. Go shop in the big box stores and risk traveling there for nothing because your item is out of stock instead of checking on the internet and buying off the internet. Go get yourself an expensive car and some expensive insurance instead of taking the bus. Go find yourself a hooker and get married to her in Las Vegas instead of taking it slow and finding true love. Or hire yourself a cell phone photographer who can text you the images within minutes after the shoot instead of getting a professional photographer who knows what he's doing. You can't hurry art. You just have to wait. You see, Lightroom ain't easy. You gotta dodge and burn and saturate.
How long should I wait?
I gave you a date.
My Facebook is hanging. Waiting long is what I hate.
Your models were fat. They want to look thin. I need extra time to smooth out their skin. For all they asked for, I should have charged more. But you told me you're broke, but you paid more for the shoes you wore. How long did you think before I was done?
23 minutes?
You'd be lucky if I did just one.
I thought you were magic.
If I rushed, it would be tragic. Give me 24 hours flat.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You ain't getting no refund.